Good afternoon, and thank you everyone for having to go through this presentation. Because when we started this, we were discouraged by almost everyone that we met in the first couple of years. Because I still remember vividly many of the first respondents of our campaign said that it cannot happen, corruption has to stay. And I even remember somebody's very intelligent observation that corruption indeed fuels the economy in India. And having said that, I'm going to not talk about social media today because I come from Chennai, and in Tamil there is a very famous quote that says, "You do not sell needles in a street which is full of blacksmiths." So all of you here are experts and proponents of social media. I'm not going to talk about social media and what it does. I'm only going to share what Fifth Pillar has done using social media and the impact. So that's the goal, and we are confident of achieving this. The only matter is the time. If it is 10 years or 50 years, depends on how many lakhs and crores of fellow Indian citizens join the campaign. And the vehicle, social media, why? I don't have to answer. And the drivers, we don't exclude anybody. There is no age, gender, literacy, illiteracy, bias. Any Indian citizen who wants a less corrupt India can join, and the destination a corruption-free India, of course. How are we going to do this? We launched something called the Zero Rupee Note. There are enough copies in the back of the room on the small table. You're welcome to take one or more than one, how many ever you want, to distribute to your fellow citizens, to your friends, relatives, neighbors. And so far we have distributed 25 lakhs of these, a little over 25 lakhs of these. And out of these 25 lakh Zero Rupee notes that have been distributed, a few thousand have used them, only to find that it has a magical impact. Every time the Zero Rupee note was used, the citizen found that their job was done without the bribe, without the shame, without the disrespect, without the humiliation, without the delay. All the time. And we are yet to receive even one negative impact of the Zero Rupee note. So that is what keeps our journey fueled. Do we know all these people? Not at all. I have not even seen them, but we have millions of Indian citizens living within the country and some outside the country, NRIs who participate in our campaigns called Freedom from Corruption. And they all receive packs of Zero Rupee notes, 500, thousands, sometimes 2,000s, and they distribute among their neighborhood, and then they all take a pledge on a specific day.
Oops.
Sorry about that. And these are few of the many events that Fifth Pillar was able to carry out in different parts of the world. And all of these, the vehicle was social media. And the pictures that you see are human chains conducted in different cities, college students, kids, children, and the small girl that you see on the top right-hand picture, she's kicking a ball that has words like corruption, dishonesty, shortcuts, illicit money, illegal finances, and all those words strewn on that black ball, and she's kicking it. And this campaign was called Hug Honesty and Kick Corruption. We had two balls. One was called the ball of honesty, and the other was called the ball of corruption. And all the 1,000+ participants on the beach of Chennai, they hugged the ball of honesty, and symbolically they kicked the ball of corruption. And how else can we expect such a campaign to happen in a city like Chennai, where corruption is at the core? We have mastered, innovated, been very creative in carrying out corruption in the last 3-4 decades. And that is the youngest citizen that one can expect to engage in a campaign against corruption publicly, daytime. This was on August 15, 2008. And what are these children doing? They're all signing on a large-sized banner of the Zero Rupee note. And this 0 rupee note, we have quite a few of these large size banners filled with lakhs of signatures of young Indians who have signed a contract with our country. I promise to neither accept nor give bribe. And like one of our earlier presenters presented, the Olympic gold, the fellow presenter who aptly said, we need the celebrities, we need the big names to endorse such campaigns. So we also have followed that path. These are two very popular film actors and filmmakers in Chennai. One is Suhasini Maniratnam, the wife of Maniratnam, the filmmaker who made Bombay. And the other is Revati, who made Mitra, My Friend. They're both very popular names, very known for their social standing. And they have been members of Fifth Pillar supporting the cause whenever required. What else do we do other than the 0 rupee note? The RTI Act is considered to be a second freedom of India. And that we take it very seriously. We train citizens on using the RTI Act every week in 2 cities. Okay. And the satellite RTI is an innovation of Fifth Pillar, where you might have all heard murders and attacks and threats to RTI activists throughout India. And when you use our satellite RTI, you don't get threatened or attacked, because one of our members, a student in IIT Guwahati, filed an RTI on a corrupt nexus in Tamil Nadu, and you cannot expect a political mafia person to travel all the way to Assam to beat up the student. So we have been successfully able to file hundreds of satellite RTIs, removing the danger thousands of kilometers. I end my presentation here. Although I have a few slides, I will be more than happy to answer any questions.
What are you doing with social media?
Okay, all these have been accomplished by using Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Yahoo groups, Google groups, and email newsletters. And we have almost 15 to 16 Facebook profiles, pages, and groups distributed across different geographical locations within India and outside. And people from all over the world are able to participate in this campaign. And the end result is they can convert their ground level contacts in different districts of India into field level action. And social media facilitates that kind of networking, even though we don't know these individuals personally. And people are able to sign petitions, say, I support this cause, I protest on this corruption case, because their physical identities are removed from the nucleus of the danger of the corruption that's happening. Yes, ma'am.
Can you, since you said that they are not related or physical entity is actually not disclosed, can you please tell me the 2 actions you are suggesting is, one is that you give this rupee note to the person who is asking for bribe, and second thing is you are asking them to report this case to you or to the local
Asking
chapter.
the citizen to report the case. If you read that appeal closely, it doesn't say report to us. It says give the note and report the case. So an aware citizen of India will know to report the case to either the CBI's Anti-Corruption Bureau or the State Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Department. A citizen who is not aware of the fact will call us, and we will in turn direct them to contact the Vigilance Department. Our website and our office, which picks up the phone call, has the information, has the numbers of all the vigilance departments of the country.
Okay, can we, since they are not related and you are actually not linking them to your campaign as directly, can you really narrate a case in which it has stopped bribery in, because there
are
so
thousands
many
of cases, ma'am. In Tamil Nadu in the last 6 years, we have been able to get more than 400 people arrested for taking bribes on the spot. We have enabled and bridged the gap between the citizens and the vigilance department, and enabled hot trap setting and capturing the corrupt person in the act of taking bribes. These are more than 400 cases in the last 6 years. Apart from that, in many cases when you hand out the 0 rupee note, that person is either ashamed or afraid, and he or she does the job immediately without the delay. And in some cases we have also made phone calls to the landline of that department and just asked very simple questions, very simple, innocent, silly, stupid questions like, what is your name? Did you get your salary last month? if you got your salary, why are you delaying this driver's license for this member who is standing outside your office? When we make such simple phone calls, that person immediately is jittery, becomes jittery because they have not received phone calls like that. They have only received confrontational, argumentative phone calls, and these are very simple. We call them non-violent approaches. But at the same time, when they hand out the 0 rupee note and carry out a non-violent approach, there is a sense of fear because they know the citizen standing in front of them is not it's not a lone citizen. The 0 rupee note tells them that he or she is part of a larger movement, and nobody knows the size of the movement. That is the magic.
Okay. No other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.